Find product links below and hundreds more videos on my channel.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So I wanted to post a quick video about a little fix I did for my Varavon head. It's a fairly small issue that would be really annoying, and the fix is very small, but it did take me ages to figure out how to do it because I had to open up the entire unit just to figure out the mechanics of this little thing so that I could figure out what the fix was. And I was surprised, but the fix is actually just done from the outside. But basically, as usual with these kinds of videos, if you do something like this, I have no idea if it's safe to do or if it will break your unit. So if you do something like this, do it at your own risk. And yeah, I don't know if it's safe to do. It's not recommended by the manufacturer as far as I know. So yeah. Now, by the way, this is being shot by the Sony A7, and the A7 just wants to move backwards and forwards between focus of background and the actual subject. It's really weird, so I apologize for that, but I'm just actually also testing the A7 while I'm filming this, and I want to see how much it will actually focus on the thing in front of it, which is, it doesn't always, it sometimes just focuses back there. But anyways, this issue was that when you would lock it, the whole thing would move. So the tilt, when you lock the tilt lock, then it would tilt upwards slightly, and it was incredibly annoying. It's not something you could do professional work with if that was happening. And it's really just, I think because I've had the oil changed on this, they didn't lock a little thing here properly again when they did that, and that's why this head has developed that issue, because it just came loose. But it's a really, really simple fix. So basically what you do, let's see if I can do this with one hand. You unscrew this little thing. I'm doing this with one hand while looking at the camera screen. So there we go, I think there we go. So you take this thing off, and you do want to be very careful when you do that, because you don't want to break, you don't want to sort of strip down that connection to that screw, so that Allen key connection or hex key connection. And then let's see if I can get this camera to focus up close. Okay, so there. And now, as you can see, there's a tiny little hole at the top there. Let me actually just make this a little brighter. Okay. So there is a tiny hole at the top there that will require a tiny Allen key, and again, you want to be very careful when you do that. You don't want to break that little screw. And basically what it required to do the fix was to unscrew that so that it's just a little loose. You don't have to remove the screw or anything like that. And it's actually, I wouldn't recommend removing the screw just because it's so small, you don't want to lose it. But you just loosen up that screw a tiny bit, and then with a pair of needle-nosed pliers, this is my SOG B66, but you don't need a fancy pair of pliers like these. You just need a pair of needle-nosed pliers from your local dollar store, or, you know, maybe get some good quality ones, but I'm just saying, you know, you can in theory get them from the dollar store. And then once that little piece is loose, so that would be that tiny little hole right there at the top, then you want to hold this thing, well, you'll probably want to unscrew it a little bit, and you put a pair of pliers right there like that, and quite gently you just pull it out a tiny bit. And you can do it just by pushing the pliers that way. And you know, I don't think it would take that much force. I don't know how much exactly. For me, it was, you know, I did need to put a little force in there. But then once this silver, let me actually show you the two different pieces. If I remove this screw, then once that silver piece is flat with this black piece, I think it could also be slightly further out than this black piece. And by the way, this won't fully come out. So you won't be able to pull it out all the way. But you just sort of pull it so it's flat with this, or, I mean, I just pulled it as far as it would go. And then that's it, and then you put it back together, and that is the fix. And if any of you are interested in the mechanics of how that works, well, this little piece right here, this silver thing, which has a hole in it, that is like a little tube that's sitting inside the black piece. And that tube at the end of it has a little hook like that. And the hook is pulling this way on a disc. So there's a disc in there, and hold on, let me get that in focus. There we go. So there's a tiny little disc in there, and the hook on this metal silver piece is pulling. So when you tighten it like that, what it does is it actually pulls on a silver disc. As far as I can tell, that's what it does. It's possible that it might be pushing against that disc. I'm not too sure. But basically, that's what locks it. And there is another disc behind it, which is, I think, a piece of this main piece of metal here. So if this is too far in, it presses on that piece there, or something like that. But basically, if it's out of position, it presses on the wrong piece of metal. It's sort of weird to explain, and sorry that I didn't leave it open to show you guys what it was like inside, but that would just be a whole other mess of parts, so I didn't want to do that. But that was the fix as far as I could tell. That's what did the trick. That works perfect. And then I locked down this little screw right here, and that was, you'd need to lock that down before you start you know, tightening this in again. So you'd, you know, make sure it's in the correct position, and then you can tighten it and try and lock it again. And that's, to the best of my knowledge, what's going on here. I hope that's been helpful to someone. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye.